Now, sometimes what will end up happening is that you'll be asked to factorise with completing the square with something like this. Now, from memory, if we were to multiply these two, 2 and 4, to make our -8, I don't know if any factors we'll get for that. That'll end up becoming 10 anyway, so it doesn't matter. What we'll do, we want to factorise this with completing the square, but to factorise by completing the square, coefficient of x, or even to use completing the square, coefficient of x squared has got to be 1. We can see clearly that the coefficient of x squared is not 1, that it is in fact 2. So whatever you've got here, you've got to take that out as a common factor. So here we're going to take this 2 out as a common factor, and we're going to rewrite this as 2, and I'm going to use a big bracket there, or a square bracket actually, x squared plus 5x, because 5x times 2 gives us 10x, minus 2, because -4 divided by 2 gives us -2. So that's what we've got there. And now we can go nuts and complete the square on this thing here. But we've got to leave our 2 at the front all the time. So we're going to say 2, and we're going to say x squared plus 5x, and now we're going to do our b on 2 square minus b on 2 squared. So we'll say plus 5 over 2 squared minus 5 over 2 squared minus 2. So that's our C term. Close off the brackets. It's amazing way it's kind of gone like exponentially. So now from here we're going to say 2, open bracket, we've got x squared plus 5, whoops. Okay, so now, a little bit ahead of myself there. Oh no. Can I do that? It's incredibly frustrating. Okay, I'm going to cover this up now. White. It's like covering the border of a piece of paper. Okay, so from there, what we're going to do is we're going to factorise these. Remember, if this is written as a fraction, we just write it as x plus the fraction. And that is all squared, minus 5 over 2 squared is 25 over 4, minus 2, which ends up going to 8 over 4. So from there, 2 x plus 5 over 2, all squared, minus 33 over 4. So that's what we've got there. Now, if we were to write this in turning point form, we have to put this 2 back in. So we'll end up with, so multiply 2 by this to have 2x plus 5 over 2 squared. Rewrite that. And then this 2 also has to multiply this. So we'll end up with negative 33 over 2. And there's our turning point. Our turning point would be at negative 5 on 2. I'm writing in white there. Negative 5 on 2 and negative 33 on 2. Okay, but we want to fully factorise. So I'm going to leave this 2 here, and we're going to do, you apply our a minus b squared to produce a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so we've got to rewrite this in a squared term. So we'll say 2, open bracket, x plus 5 over 2 squared minus the square root of 33 over 4. Put that there. So then once again we've got our 2, and we've got to square that. So there's our a term, there's our b term, so it'll be 2x plus 5 over 2 plus the square root of 33 over 4, and then x plus 5 over 2 minus the square root of 33 over 4. So there's the steps that we take, and of course I should really take the square root of 4. But I can't. I just ran out of room, and I just ran out of room to be able to do that. So they're the steps that we take. So if our coefficient of x is not 1, then we've got to take that coefficient out, divide everything else by it. So if that was a 3, we'd be doing 10 over 3 and 4 over 3, and then from there we go through the same steps. half b square root, negative half b square root divided by 2, minus the other part. Factorise this to form one part, leftovers. Your turning point stops there, but they're the steps that you take for that. So that's how you factorise using Completing square if coefficient of x squared is not 1.